Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday, I believe it is. Sorry, my days kind of blend one into the other. I have to apologize. I posted a video last week and I never hit publish. Good job, right? I don't like to make too many car vlogs, but I've resigned myself to it's the only time I have right now. My job is absolutely crazy. I love it, but it's crazy busy. I'm working between 10 to 12 hours a day right now. And then, of course, the only 2 days I have off are catching up at home and family functions and traveling to take care of my mother-in-law. So it's just a cycle, man. So I've just resigned myself to car vlogging is the time I have right now. And I'm hoping that the Wi-Fi at work will let my phone upload in a reasonable amount of time. I'm hoping. I did it once before and it took forever, like hours, just because of the connection. But it is what I've got. It is the time that I have. That being said, I'm still keto and I'm still loving it, and there's still every day so many benefits. And while it's not, I admit it is not for everybody, for a variety of reasons, but it is perfect for me at this moment. It travels well. It's easy to take, keto is easy to do anywhere for me. The places that I go, the things that I do, I can pretty much anywhere. There's only one place I've ever been since I started keto about, gosh, it's only been 3 months, really? 2.5, 3 months. I have to look at my journal to be sure, but yeah, it's only been 2.5 or 3 months. That's crazy. It seems like I've been doing it forever, and I don't mind it. I don't mean that in a negative way at all. It's nice. I've settled into the first month, I think. I was really working out just how it would work for me, tweaks and things that would work for my schedule and my lifestyle. And it's slow. Keto for me, I am not one of those people that, oh my gosh, I lost drastic amounts of weight in 6 weeks. No, that's not me. I am a turtle, and that's okay. With keto, I don't mind it because I don't feel like I'm depriving myself in any way of anything. The things that I don't have, I don't even want. We had a family, just a small family gathering, if you will, because an aunt and uncle had flown in or driven in. I'm not sure exactly their mode of arrival, but they were only here for a little while, and we only get to see them once every few years. So we had an immediate family gathering at my grandmother's, and there was I have a big family. There was about 35 of us, and that's just my aunts and my uncle. Excuse me, my aunts and my uncles. Myself and one of my boys, because he stays with my mom right now, and one of my sisters and my brother. That's all there was. And there's like 35 of us. They got a humongous Costco cake, and they were wondering how they were going to get it to feed everybody, because most of my family is like major sweets fans, which kills me because I know for a fact 2 of them are diabetic and on insulin. I know, but I didn't miss it. I didn't want it. I didn't miss it. Had no desire whatsoever to eat it. I was able to eat keto there, and we had the typical potato salad, macaroni salads. My mom makes a chicken salad kind of with pasta. It's like a tuna mac salad, but she uses chicken. Oh my gosh, macaroni and cheese, crackers and chips, and you name it, it was there. And I was able to eat keto. And the things that I didn't have, I didn't miss, and I didn't even want. for me, that is huge. It's nice to know that I'm not ruled by food like I have been in the past. It's nice to know, yes, my weight is an issue, but food is not anymore. I have had stress out the wazoo, but it hasn't taken over in a food fashion like it used to. I used to eat my stress. I used to emotional eat all the time. And that has been less of a problem. The stress for me is different now at this job than it used to be at my other job. The stress at my other job it just felt like all consuming. And this job that I have with the company, I was promoted back in January, and yes, it's very stressful. It's very busy. I work long hours, but I'm able to leave my stress at work. And even when I'm at work, the stress doesn't make me want to rip people's head off. It is things that I enjoy doing. This job that I do now feeds the nerd in me, and I don't look at the clock to wonder, gee, what time is it to leave? I guess I'm bored, I'll just sit here and eat something. I don't have that anymore like I did at my last job. And I have so much more energy, and I can honestly say I could not do the job I do now without keto. And the reason for that is because I do have so much energy, and I think so much clearer, and I don't get these like energy slumps at any points in my day where I feel like I need to eat something to just bring my fuel and level back up. I don't get those anymore. I don't start to feel sick every 2 hours because I haven't eaten a carrot stick or something. I usually eat breakfast, well, if you can call it breakfast, around 5:30, 5:45, and my lunch is anywhere from 11:30 to 3. And that all depends on the meetings that I have, the trainings I'm conducting or the trainings I'm attending, my workload, where is the best time to break in the day. I don't ever get a set lunchtime, but I don't get sick between those periods. So I've been going sometimes, like 10 hours before I eat anything. I'm okay with it. I will say, sometimes my lunch is my only meal of the day, and I'm okay with it. My typical breakfast, when I eat anything, I always have my coffee in the morning, and around 9 o'clock I have a cup of bone broth, chicken bone broth usually, but I have a cup of bone broth salted with pink Himalayan sea salt around 9 o'clock, 9:30. But other than that, I might have a few ounces of pan-fried pork belly, a couple links of breakfast sausage, or a couple pieces of bacon. I don't eat a full-on breakfast anymore. Sometimes if I'm going to eat dinner, I'll eat breakfast for dinner instead. My husband really likes breakfast for dinner, as he's not a breakfast eater and never has been. Sometimes we just have bacon and eggs. I'll make an omelet, put a little cheese in it. The thing I've discovered with keto is that while I am sensitive to dairy, I am not allergic, as I was once told. And the only reason I am sensitive to dairy is because of my asthma. Anything more than a few ounces, like 3 or 4 ounces, will throw my asthma into a tailspin. But the limit on keto for dairy, or cheese I should say, is 4 ounces. I never eat 4 ounces of dairy of anything. I put a little sugar-free creamer in my coffee, maybe about a tablespoon and a half. And today I made Wagyu tacos, just Wagyu beef ground with radishes and a little bit of bell peppers and 6 cherry tomatoes. And I say a little bit of bell peppers, I think it was like a third of a cup, and that goes to a pound of Wagyu ground beef with a packet of taco seasoning. And It was a taco seasoning that does not have a thickener. It's just the seasonings that I make and put in a little baggie and put in my pantry. I brought half of that for lunch with 1.5 ounces of cheddar, Gouda that I had left over from some cheese I brought to our family gathering, and I have a tablespoon of regular sour cream. That's my lunch, and in all honesty, that will probably be the only meal I actually eat for the day. If I have anything else, I had made some boiled eggs earlier in the week because, again, I brought deviled eggs to the family function and I had some eggs that just didn't peel well. So I had taken one of the eggs, cut it in half, sprinkled it with Mrs. Dash salt-free Italian medley seasoning, and sprinkled it with some regular Parmesan cheese, pan-fried it in a little bit of bacon grease that I had saved from bacon and pork belly that I cook. Put it in my fridge, and I could just flake in a pan, on a thin jelly roll pan, and I can just flake off pieces of it that I need. So I just pan-fried them in a small pan with that. And that I brought for a snack in case I want it. I typically don't have a snack, but I usually do keep meat sticks in my purse in case I want a snack. I am out at the moment, so I decided to bring my little Italian egg. I've been drinking some sugar-free fruit punch mix. One packet is less than 1 carb, and I've been having 1 packet a day. It says to mix it in 8 ounces of water. I've been mixing it in anywhere between 24 and 32. I really don't like it sweet, just enough to give it some flavor. But yesterday was awesome. I woke up yesterday feeling like I'd slept for a week. I was ready to take on the world. With keto, I've been waking up easier, more rested. I sleep so much better. I don't deal with insomnia anymore. Hallelujah, because I was getting dragged into the ground. And I just was ready to take on the world, and all at the same time, I put on a shirt that I'd had for at least 6 years, and I'd never worn it because it was too tight. Yesterday, not only did I put it on, but I wore it to work. It was a little snug in the sleeves. It's a short sleeve t-shirt, and it was an extra large, but the extra large is must have been Mrs. cut because I've never been able to wear it, and I've worn extra larges for quite a bit of my adult life. The pants I'm wearing now are a size bigger. If you look at the number, I started out at a 20 women's, and I was wearing a couple days ago a 16 women's, and these I have on are an 18, but they're not followed by a W, and that's kind of fun for me to see a number not followed by a W. Yes, the number's bigger, but I also, after being told that I'm so big I would have to have chaps specially made for my motorcycle, really, I'm big, but there are so many bikers bigger than myself, men and women included. But anyway, I was told I would need at least a 10X. They go by the measurement of your thigh, and leather sizing is extremely different than regular clothes sizing. Leather is not a forgiving textile. So it's drastically different. So I was told I would need a 10X. Well, I will tell you that was a very depressing few days for me. Nobody carries them that big, and the one place that I did carry them, that I found that did carry them, they didn't look well, because I'm only 5'1.5", and I would have had to cut up through the lining on the chaps that I had found that would have fit, and that wasn't going to work. So I took a chance. I went back to the place that actually told me that, and was able to find a pair of chaps that I could trim to fit. I had to cut a foot off of them, but I could trim them to fit, and they were a 5X. Now, I've never still seen so many X's in front of my clothing numbers, but I was able to actually buy them at a store instead of have them special made. That was a good feeling. Still getting used to them. It's a little different riding with them as opposed to wearing just in my denims, riding in just my denims. So, you know, a little different. Got to get used to it. But it was a nice feeling. And now I feel like I'm fully protected on my bike, or, you know, as protected as I can be on my bike. Next goal is a jacket, and I'm not getting a new jacket until I lose a little more weight because they are way more expensive than my chaps were. That being said, I'm going to end it here because I'm almost to work. I'm less than a quarter mile away. I hope you guys have had a really good week, and I promise I will remember to hit publish on this one and make it public. That I failed to do too. If I can answer any questions, feel free to get in touch with me. You can reach me best at the email listed in my contact box. Talk to y'all later. Have a great week.